Revelation 13 and 16, and he called it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Bahashem Ravakakodash, double honor to the apostle, great millstone, and rule well that taught me the truth. Peace, love, and blessings also to you sincere laborers, you brothers on highways and byways, giving all diligence to make that call and election sure. And also blessings to you few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm that fellow servant Kanakla coming at you once again, GMS Tampa Bay area. All right, and Lord's will, this lessons edifying. This will be a quick lesson prophecy update. As you see, an article from RT says digital yuan could be just the shakeup needed to democratize international commerce and dislodge the dollar from dominance. All right, democratize, and that's speaking of America. All right, the democracy, which is that wine, that fornication that you read about, Babylon the Great in Revelation, the 18th chapter. Okay, so the nations have drunk of that wine, and we'll get there real fast. And the nations are mad. Okay, this is Revelation 18 and 3 concerning Babylon, aka America. For all the nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, that democracy. Okay, so when they trying to democratize, you gotta understand the U.S. dollar. Okay, all nations have agreed to use the U.S. dollar. All right, since America is pretty much the U.S. dollar has spring forth. All right, just by you using it is your agreement, man. All right, is you making an agreement to pretty much democracy. Okay, so now these nations are mad because they see that this democracy is unfair. All right, for lack of a better term. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, right? Have done business with her. All right, these are all metaphors. So all these nations have done business with America. They've used their dollar. You know, they lived after their ways. Okay, that's that fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are rags rich. And how? Through the U.S. dollar. Okay, through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay, so let's the point was Revelation 13 and 16. All right, because this was happening right now. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, which will be the new digital system. All right, it's the world is going into a digital system. Okay, getting rid of all fiat currencies, all paper currency, and moving towards a digital Slovakia, losing my train of thought. A digital currency, okay? That's why Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a trap, man. To get you used to using digital currency. It's a trap, okay? Because ultimately Bitcoin is gonna crash, and you're gonna have to use, whatever digital currency the country that you're dwelling in. Let's get a few points out of this real quick. It says China is the only major economy to introduce blockchain-enabled digital version of its currency, the yuan, which may someday change the entire landscape of global trade. So let's go down to this point right here. Unsurprisingly, the U.S. is taking a hard look at what exactly this might mean for the future. As RT reported this week, top U.S. officials see the digital yuan as a potential threat to the dollar status. Okay? Once the dollar status, loses status, so to say, that would be the end of America. Okay? It says, as the world's reserve currency, and think it could help China and other countries bypass U.S. sanctions. Okay, once again, that democracy. You don't agree to democracy? Fine, the U.S. has just put sanctions on you, and since their currency dominates the global market, they cut you off, and then now you're limited to being able to buy, sell, trade, etc. But this is the point right here. I just grabbed a few points out. It says they are even reportedly considering a digital dollar to compete with it. Okay? So this is all the plan of the global elites. You know, it's a central bank in all these countries. And this is, once again, this is a global reset. So it looks like China is going to be going against America. We're going to compete with this digital currency. We're going to compete with your digital currency with ours. But at the end of the day, all right, this all ran by the central bankers, the elite bankers. You know, it looks like it's private, but it's really all one. All right, because that's the slogan, pretty much, of the New World Order. You know, to become one unity. You know, all this stuff. Okay, so let's get this point right here. It says, whenever a digital yuan is created, it essentially cancels out a physical one. Okay, like I say, I'm not going to read all this, but I just got some key points. But as you see, whenever a digital yuan is created, it essentially cancels out a physical one. So the same thing happened with the U.S. dollar. Whenever a digital U.S. dollar, when they do pretty much launch just their digital dollar, which they're going to, okay, it's going to cancel out a physical dollar. So that's the end of the paper dollar. And we move on to the mark of the beast system. Okay. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So everybody, this is how he gonna cause you. Because once they launch that digital dollar, as we just read, the a digital dollar gets rid of a physical one. Okay, so he calls it all. So once there is no more paper money, the usage, and that's rapidly declining anyways. People rarely use cash. You're using your debit card, credit card, or some kind of app pay like Apple Pay or Samsung Pay. Okay? Talking about there's a coin shortage. So he calls it all. Okay? He calls it all. And if you can't see this now, then the Lord blinded you. Okay? This prophecy is clear right now. Free and bond receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. That's the point. No man might buy or sell, say that he'd have the mark. So if you don't have this mark of the beast, okay, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell, because what cash is out. Cash is in the near future is no longer king. That slaying cash is king. No. Because you see right here, whenever digital yuan is created, it essentially cancels out a physical one. So once the US launches theirs, that no man might buy or sell, so you ain't gonna be able to go to your local store, because the dollar is gonna collapse. And that's gonna be the old system. You're not gonna be able to go to your local store with Federal Reserve notes and say, oh, I want to purchase this or I want to purchase that. No. Amazon has stores set up right now that there's absolutely no cash used at all. You go in there, you put your stuff in a cart, and you walk out. So all you people out there saying that Christianity is the mark of the beast, all right, that's not lining up with prophecy, man. All right, they're not in these stores are not pretty much how can I put it, programming you to buy and sell with Christianity. It just doesn't make sense. All right, it says that no man might buy or sell, say that he have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so you're not going to be able to buy or sell. And we can see this is what the world is moving to. And they're painting this picture, this narrative, like, oh, China, America wants to compete with China. So let's use a digital currency as well. All right. So this is the narrative being painted. But at the end of the day, once again, the elites, the central banks, which most of these countries have one, the elite bankers are in control of all of this. All right. So just really bringing it up under one global system, full control electronically, where they can cut your chip on and off. They can add deduct funds from you anytime they want. Okay, they know where you at. Everything. So this is what we're moving to, and this is a quick update. I'm just keeping track. What I'm waiting on is this. This is really what I'm waiting on right here. The U.S. Reportedly considered a digital dollar to compete with it. All right, to compete with what the Chinese digital. This is really why I'm paying attention to this. Okay, de-dollarization, man. You know, paying attention to this dollar, because once that dollar is gone, once that dollar collapse, the mark of the beast is gonna be right here in your face. All right, that's gonna be the solution to the problem, because inflation is gonna get nasty here, man, real soon. Okay, the dollar is gonna be completely worthless, and is transferred to digital system. So with that, Lord's will is edified. Just a quick prophecy update. Till next time, say Shalom.